How to use an old-fashioned telephone in 7 easy steps. Yes, it's that heavy plastic device with a dial and cord attached, that looks like it belongs in a museum. Step 1. First, you need to pick up the handset and hold it to your ear. This is where you get that classic feeling of holding a brick up to your head, similar to holding your smartphone while you make a call. You might hear a faint, crackling sound, which is just the result of decades use. Step 2. Listen for a dial tone. A rotary dial telephone will give you a dial tone once you've picked up the handset. It's a steady humming sound that indicates that the phone is working and you're ready to make a call. Unlike a smartphone, dial telephones do not have a screen that displays information about your call, such as signal, strength or battery life. Step 3. Focus your attention on the rotary dial. It's that circular contraption with numbers on it, ranging from 0 to 9. Each number is separated by a small gap, and there's a metal stopper at the end of the dial's rotation. Rotate the dial to the right. Yes, dial the number. You need to use the dial on the front of the phone. Manually rotate the dial. Unlike a smartphone, which has a touch-tone keypad, when your finger reaches the stopper, let it snap back to its original position. You'll hear a clicking sound with each number that you dial, and the dial itself will rotate back to its original position after each click until your finger hits a little metal stopper. Repeat this step for the remaining 6 digits of your phone number. Feel the exertion in your finger as you turn the dial, one number at a time. Admire the sound of the dial returning to its starting position after each number, an old whirring noise that fills your ear. And don't forget, if you accidentally go past the number you wanted, you get to start all over again. Step 4. Listen for the ringing sound. Once you've dialed the number, you'll hear a ringing sound, but it's not the same as the multitude of customized ringtones you have on a smartphone. Dial telephones have a distinctive ringing sound that hasn't changed for decades, a throwback to simpler times when people had more time and slower pace of life. Step 5. Wait for the other person to pick up. Take in your surroundings. Perhaps you're standing in a dimly lit hallway or sitting in a stuffy office. Maybe there's a clock ticking in the background or a faint smell of stale coffee. Or back in the 80s. Whatever the case, embrace the moment, take in the time to simply pause and reflect. Unlike smartphones, rotary dial telephones do not have a speakerphone or video chat feature. Step 6. When the other person finally answers, listen to the sound of their voice crackling over the line. You may also get some random person on the line at the same time. Don't worry, this is normal. Engage in conversation. To talk on a rotary dial telephone, you need to hold the earpiece up to your ear and speak into the mouthpiece, which is located at the bottom of the handset. When the other person speaks, you'll hear their voice through the speaker, savoring the exchange of words and the feeling of connection. If the call is long, you might start to feel the weight of the handset in your hand, which could make your arm ache, and if they don't answer, well, I guess you'll just have to start all over again, won't you? Step 7. Hang up the handset. When you're finished with your conversation, you can hang up the handset by placing it back in its cradle. This will disconnect the call and make the phone ready for the next use. Unlike smartphones, which have a variety of ways to end a call, a rotary dial telephone requires you to physically hang up the handset to end a call. Overall, using an old dial telephone is a unique experience that requires patience, some skill, attention to detail, and a willingness to partake. If using a payphone in a call box or phone box, you will have the added fun of using coins, small change, speaking to an operator, and the pleasant smell of urine or even sick. And often people forming a queue outside, tapping on the window, saying, "Have you finished yet?" So there you have it, you now have the experience of using an old-fashioned dial telephone in all its nostalgic glory. Who needs smartphone with its speakerphone, video chat, internet or texting when you can have the satisfying corded beast of Bakelite phone with its rotary dial and proper bell ringing?